What's going on, guys? T-Mart here. Welcome to episode 11 of Black Ops 3 tips and tricks. Today I've got kind of an unexpected tip for you guys. It's something that we've never seen before in the history of Call of Duty, but it's actually really useful, especially on those classes where you want to be accurate at long range. So, confession time, I've never really been a fan of enhanced zoom sights, like the ACOG and stuff like that. I just never really liked them. I always preferred the red dot sight. I liked, being a little bit less zoomed in, having a bigger field of vision, and being able to see more and just, keeping it simple. And I feel like most Call of Duty players are in that same boat. Like when you think about kind of like the average attachment that you see out there, the red dot sight is pretty high up on that list. Now, in Black Ops 3, for the first time ever, the Recon Site, which is kind of like Black Ops 3's like enhanced zoom ACOG type deal, that actually affects the way your weapon performs. Like it doesn't just zoom in on your target when you're aiming down sight. It also affects the way that your weapon works and the way it recoils and stuff like that, which is something that I didn't expect. I didn't know about until today when I was messing around with some attachments, and I wanted to share with you guys in case you guys didn't know, because it's actually pretty epic. Now, starting off here, one of the biggest changes it makes is to your idle sway. So if you guys look right here, we're on fringe, we're looking down this super long line of sight, and when we're aiming down sight with the Reflex Sight, which is kind of like the red dot sight of Black Ops 3, you guys can see there's actually quite a bit of movement, and that's called idle sway. It's been in Call of Duty for, as long as I can remember, and it's meant to, kind of like mimic realism. Like in real life, you can't hold the gun completely perfectly steady, so that's what that's doing there. And as you guys can see, there's actually quite a bit of movement. It kind of moves up, down, right, and left in these like circular patterns, and especially at those longer ranges, that's going to make a difference. Like, that could be the difference between aiming at somebody's head and aiming off to the right and not hitting them at all and stuff like that. So if we switch over to the Recon Sight, which is the enhanced zoom sight in Black Ops 3, you guys can see that's cut down to almost zero. You have to look really closely to be able to see that it is still moving a very little bit, but essentially it's aiming at the exact same spot. There's almost no movement at all. I looked up the actual stats from the Red Devs, credit to them. I'm gonna link the table down in the description, but I think it reduces it by like 90% or something like that. So it makes it so it barely moves at all. So, especially at those longer ranges with things like assault rifles like the M87 or the Man of War, stuff like that, that's going to make a heck of a difference. You're definitely going to be able to put shots on target quicker, and oftentimes that's going to result in winning those gunfights. Now, the other thing that this Recon Sight does is that it actually increases the recenter speed of the weapon. So what recenter speed is when you shoot, like when you shoot, your gun kind of kicks up and, to the right, to the left, down, wherever else. It's just kind of like how recoil is made. When you shoot, your gun moves. Well, when you shoot, your gun moves away, and then it comes back to the center. And then you shoot, and it moves away, and it comes back to the center. That time it takes for it to come back to the center is called your recenter speed. So obviously, when that's increased, it makes it so you have less recoil, and this is increased by 5%. So essentially you have 5% less recoil when you have this Recon Sight on, which is a pretty big deal. So you have 90% less idle sway and then 5% less recoil. And especially at those longer range engagements, what do you guys think that's going to do? It's going to make you a heck of a lot more accurate. It's going to help you put down those enemies quicker and win more gunfights. So yeah, it's just like, it's kind of insane. It's like a miracle attachment for long range engagements. Now, one note is that it does not work like this on sniper rifles, okay? It's kind of like a different set of factors and changes on snipers. So it doesn't make your snipers extremely more accurate for like quick scoping and stuff like that. So don't think you can do that. But on all the other classes, assault rifles, LMGs, stuff where you're going to be accurate at long range, this actually does make quite a bit of difference. So if you're playing on a longer range map, or if you, kind of have like a long range play style set in mind, you may want to think about running this Recon Sight and trying it out, because it does make a pretty big difference. So yeah, there you guys have it. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Hope you guys learned something new. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll catch you guys later. Got a bunch of great videos coming soon. Make sure you guys check out these videos. If you haven't seen yet, peace out, guys.